DSM Living with Wendy Wen, Melanie Hall, and Sharon Rooney.
Welcome to DSM Living. I'm Melanie Hall, and you've heard that old saying, variety is the spice of life. Well, in that case, we got a spicy show for you today.
Stay tuned for Cinco de Mayo fajitas and margaritas.
Siskel and Ebert were two of the greatest voices in cinema, but today we're talking with another two great voices from the IMPA.
Well, the Prairie Meadows season is off and running. We're here with Steve Barry of Prairie Meadows.
Keeping your lawn looking its best requires a well-running lawnmower, and the experts at A+ are here to help. We're at West End Architectural Salvage to do our craft project today, so we are going to make a Scrabble picture frame. We'll be talking with Bob Oliver of Bob Oliver Heating and Air. He'll be chatting with us about how to keep your home comfortable, clean, and cost-efficient. Happy Earth Day! It's tomorrow, you know, and coming up, we're going to get a lesson on recycling. Each year on April 22nd, Earth Day celebrates green practices and environmental education. And today, DSM Living is doing our part to learn more about recycling. CG, why is recycling so incredibly important?
Well, it's the third step of reduce, reuse, and recycle, so it's the last step before things will go into the landfill and stay there forever. And
can everything be recycled then?
Recycle Me Iowa does a zero waste mindset, so we can, if something can't be recycled, like a certain container, we try to educate people about purchasing power. And if you purchase things that can be recycled, then everything can be recycled. So the consumer really does actually have a lot of power.
CG, you mentioned Recycle Me Iowa. What is your connection with Recycle Me Iowa?
I started Recycle Me Iowa 3 years ago on Earth Day, actually, so it's our anniversary, third year anniversary. I started it because I was an apartment tenant and it was a pain in my butt to recycle. So we needed to have a service. Every time I called the city or my landlord, nobody was solving the issue. So we started a doorstep recycling service targeted for apartment tenants. And then soon after we got a little bit of press, small businesses started calling us, and New Belgium contacted us, and we started doing events as well. So
perfect.
Yep.
Well, if you had to give our viewers one tip about recycling, what would it be?
We really have to rethink our habits. I think that's the biggest thing because, like I said, we have a zero waste mindset because everything can be reused, reduced, or recycled. So that would be my biggest tidbit.
I am here with the real recycling ranger. I love it. So you actually called yourself just a converted one to me a minute ago. Yeah. Tell us about that.
I never really recycled until I met CG, admittedly. She took me one day to on a route, went in the office, and we took the van out, and we stopped at small businesses and apartments, but instantly, before you know it, the van was full. Then we drop it off, it was 900 pounds. I put 900 pounds, so you weigh the van when you go to the Metro Waste, and then we get that little piece of paper, and it's just like, how is this real? From that point on, I got my bag and put it in my closet. It's just so easy, just drop it in the bag, and it's such a huge difference.
Well, cool. Well, thanks for doing your part, and I'm glad to work with a
Thank you.
recycling
Absolutely.
ranger.
Happy Earth Day.
Absolutely. And how, if people wanted to get involved in Recycle Me Iowa, how can they find out more about that?
We're very active on Facebook and a little bit on Twitter. Okay. So we're connected via social media, but we also have a great website that you can go to, just recyclemeiowa.com. And
if someone wanted to be a part of Recycle Me Iowa, they could just sign up there? Okay, well, I love to get people to sing on the show. I always want to try to push people to their limits. So I want you to give us your best rendition of Happy Earth Day instead of Happy Birthday. Are you ready?
Okay, I think I can do that. I should have done that karaoke last night. Get a little warm up.
You're stalling, come on. Let's
okay, okay. Happy Earth Day to you, Happy Earth Day to you.
Happy Earth Day, dear
viewer. Happy Earth Day, dear planet. Yes. Happy Earth Day to you.
Yay!
Hi, I'm Whitney with Fairway and Sensible Health, and today I'm going to show you how to make two of my Cinco de Mayo favorites, steak fajitas and a lower calorie margarita. So let's get cooking. We're gonna start by making our fajita mix, and I'm gonna start by slicing my vegetables. You need 3 bell peppers, any colors you like, and 1 yellow onion. You'll wanna go through and push out all the rings, so that way when we cook them, they all cook evenly. Place your vegetables in a large zip-top bag and then add your marinade ingredients. For our marinade, we need about a tablespoon of canola oil, a few tablespoons of fresh lime juice, 2 cloves of minced garlic, about a teaspoon of cumin, and some fresh cracked black pepper. And lastly, you want to add some fresh cilantro. So mix this all together and squeeze all the air out. And then set your vegetables aside and we'll get started on the steak. We have about 2 pounds of flank steak here, and we're gonna use the same ingredients here that we used on our vegetables. I'm just gonna put them on a little bit differently. So again, about 2 cloves of garlic, about a teaspoon of cumin again, and fresh cracked black pepper. And then massage this into your steak so it really soaks up all those flavors. Get another zip-top bag and add your flank steak, about a tablespoon of canola oil, a few tablespoons of fresh lime juice, and we're gonna add cilantro here too, but you wanna leave the cilantro in the full sprigs. Let your steak and your vegetables marinate for about 2 hours, but you don't wanna go longer than that because that lime juice is really acidic and it can make your steak a little too mushy. Broil your flank steak for 13 to 18 minutes, turning it halfway through or until the internal temperature reaches 145 degrees. Once your flank steak is finished cooking, you wanna let it rest on your cutting board for about 5 minutes before you slice into it. We're gonna start cooking our vegetables, and you wanna use a pan with a lid here because we want our vegetables to be soft yet charred at the same time. So you wanna cook it over about medium heat. And then so these soften a little bit quicker, we're just gonna add about 1/4 cup of water. So put the lid on and don't peek for about 5 minutes. So all of the water has absorbed from our vegetables, and now we're gonna remove the lid and let these burn for about 5 or 10 minutes. So that way they'll be nice and soft, but have that char on there that we want for that really authentic fajita flavor. While my vegetables are cooking, I need to slice my steak. And to make sure my steak stays as tender as possible, I want to slice against the grain. Our vegetables have a really nice char on them, so our last step is adding our steak to our pan and then let the flavors marry together for about 5 minutes. So our fajitas are all done and we're serving it with some Spanish-style rice. But now for the really fun part, we're gonna make a lower calorie margarita, which is gonna be a little bit more like a martini, but we really save on the calories here because a traditional blended margarita has hundreds of calories and ours is virtually calorie-free. So I have my shaker about half full of ice, and for 2 drinks, I'm gonna add 2 ounces of tequila, the juice of 2 fresh limes, and I've made some lemonade using the lemonade flavored drink mix that only has 5 calories per serving. So a splash of our lemonade. For your Cinco de Mayo fiesta, you can find all these recipes at fairway.com. And remember, the most important ingredient in any recipe is family.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines.
Warm weather is in the air, and pretty soon we're gonna start to smell the charcoal and the flowers and the freshly mowed grass. So Sean, let's talk about yards and lawns. What are some tips you can give us?
Well, on mowing, this first time you mow, you want to mow it nice and low, and you should bag it to get all the debris and everything up. And the reason we mow low the first time is to get that soil a little warmer because the sun can get down to it, so it'll help it green up.
So when you say low, what are you thinking?
Roughly 2 1/4 inches is, if you can go there. If it's, bumpy, you might have to go a little higher, but around 2 1/4 inches is first time.
Okay, and then the second time around?
Well, then what you should do, steadily raise that mower up. And the rule of thumb is before June comes, you want to be at least 3 to 3 1/4, and you never want to cut more than 1/3 off.
Okay.
So, when it gets 4 inches, cut it down to 3 1/4. So then you want it to be nice and tall, and that shades the ground so it keeps the moisture in and also helps produce its own food, the grass.
Well, we're talking about mowing, so let's talk about mowers. Now, my lawnmower has been sitting in the garage all winter long, and I'm sure that lawnmower maintenance is pretty important. Why is that?
Well, mowers are $400 and $500 real fast now. This mower here is $599. So we don't sell mowers, but they're expensive. And The important thing is make sure every spring to clean that air filter out. That's really hard on the engines, and you know, when you're mowing, you're getting all that debris in it. So that's a big thing you want to do, clean that out or change the air filter. A big thing that we always recommend, great for the lawn but also important for the mower, is to sharpen that blade to start the year. And you should sharpen your blade about every 12 to 15 hours. So if your lawn takes a little over an hour midway through the season, you usually mow your lawn about 26 times. Sharpen it again.
I know that you guys have something called is it the Sharpen Lube?
Yeah, we offer service mobile Sharpen Lube where we come out to people's homes, pull in the street and drop our trailer down behind us actually, and we take the mower in. We have a lift and we clean it and sharpen the blade, and we balance it to make sure it's ready to go, and we wash it off, and we go through the whole thing and make sure everything's working well and often.
Sounds like a great deal. You know, I'm going to sign up for one of those, and if our viewers want to get a hold of you, how can they make an appointment? You know,
just call our office, 289-2020. We'll just come out one day, and the next time you mow, it's ready to go.
You make it so convenient and easy, that's for sure.
Yeah, we try. So the other thing on your mower, make sure that first mow, after you bag it once, to take that bagger off, because afterwards, you don't need to bag your lawn, and in fact it's better not to bag your lawn because those grass clippings are full of nutrition, so you're like refertilizing it by not bagging it.
You know, I should have told our viewers at the beginning of the episode to make sure they took notes on this, because there's a lot of great information you have. Thanks so much, Sean.
You bet, thank you.
Find us online at dsmliving.com to watch this week's episode, see other videos, and check out what's coming up on future shows.
Beautiful lawns and award-winning landscapes. Hi, I'm Sean Edwards, owner of A+ Lawn and Landscape. For over 20 years, my locally owned service has helped homeowners like you. Your lawn and landscape is important to me, so please call or visit my website, apluslawn.com.
I'm Mary Alice Hill, and this is my Chevy Volt.
It's great. I don't even pay attention to gas prices anymore because I don't have to fill up. I like the features, I like the performance, I like the torque of the electricity. You get immediate power from a stop.
It's an environmentally friendly vehicle. I feel like I'm driving the car from the future.
I love this car.
Your dealer for life, Carl Chevrolet. Prairie Meadows, your favorite place to play and stay.
Beautiful lawns and award-winning landscapes. Hi, I'm Sean Edwards, owner of A+ Lawn and Landscape. For over 20 years, my locally owned service has helped homeowners like you. Your lawn and landscape is important to me, so please call or visit my website, apluslawn.com.
Hi, I'm here with Bob Oliver of Bob Oliver Heating and Air, and today Bob is going to tell us a little bit more about the neat things going on in heating and air. Are you ready to go on in, Bob?
Let's head on in.
Thanks for joining us.
You bet.
We're going to be talking a little bit about in-home controls. So Bob, what do we have going on here?
Well, this is actually our Honeywell thermostat here, and it has programmable thermostat control, so we can program 4 times a day, 7 days a week, for when you wake, leave, return, and go to sleep at night.
Wow, that sounds a little confusing. Is a system like this pretty user-friendly, or what would you say?
It is, really. Going through it and kind of setting those times up with you on a daily period at those different times of when you wake, leave, return, and sleep is pretty easy, and then remembering everything for you, it's done, just like that.
All right, can you walk us through some of this?
You bet, I sure can. Great. Well, going through the programming of just your schedule and stuff, that's something we do really on site. What I'd like to really go into are some of the features that this one has.
That'd be great.
That really just get customers wanting them all the time. And one of them is really getting into humidity control. Here in Iowa, we have a lot of need for humidity in the air.
Yes.
And historically, the humidifiers have only ran when the heat's on.
Mm-hmm.
This thermostat here can actually tell the furnace, if it's not doing the heat cycle, to turn the fan on, turn the humidifier on, and supply moist air into the stream of the home. It's easily done. Right over here we have a humidity readout. We can push more on here. It can tell the humidity, in here, I can raise it or lower it. And we base that generally not only off of what's important at our altitude, but off of things in the home like wood, different things. There's a lot of other things in our home and our structure that has a lot of important values. So that's a real big feature for this thermostat. So instead of going downstairs and trying to turn that dial, we've created from a responsibility to a relationship for the homeowner to come in and deal with that. And one of the next things that's really important is pushing more again. It can remind you when you need to change your filter or your humidifier pad beyond there. So those are real good features. It kind of helps assemble a little bit of maintenance for you to kind of understand what's going on with your system, but not you don't have to worry about it really by going downstairs and looking at it.
Would most homeowners only have one control in their home?
Yeah, most of them do. Sometimes we have different areas of zoning. It might be spread out on one level. It might be on different levels. It might be in the basement. A lot of zoning nowadays really features a lot more comfortable atmosphere in the home, and we can tie these into where this thermostat could be here, but I could put a temperature sensor anywhere around the home to indicate a little better area for it to control.
So Bob, if our viewers want to get a hold of you, how can they reach you?
Yeah, it's really easy. You can call into our office at 515-277-1696 or get a hold of us at www.boboliverheatingandair.com.
Sounds great. I love this in-home control. I'm just going to have to make sure my kiddos stay away from it, huh?
Well, it has a lockout adaptation on it too.
That
so
sounds good.
No worries with this one.
We're here with Steve Berry of Prairie Meadows. Steve, great to see you again.
Nice to have you back.
So now you guys have a whole new schedule this season.
It's more fan-friendly, at least in my book. We run Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights and Sunday afternoons. Now, you were here for the hotel before. People can come in for a Thursday or even a Friday, spend the whole weekend here. Our racing is Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays at 6:30 and Sunday afternoons at 1 o'clock. So plenty of opportunities to come out and have a great time.
That's right. Well, I'm so excited to be here. Can we look around and see what's going on?
Let me show you what we got.
Sounds good.
So Steve, we are at Champions Clubhouse. What actually goes on here?
A lot of fun. You can eat up here. We've got a beautiful buffet that's open every racing night or day. You can watch the races from here in comfort and place your wagers, have something to eat, have some drinks, and just enjoy the evening.
Well, this is a wonderful wall-to-wall window. You can see everything. It's kind of a bird's eye view.
This is one of the original areas of Prairie Meadows. The clubhouse was here when the facility was first built back in 1988.
So let's say that I'm new to this, and I am, and I want to place a wager for the first time, and I'm a little intimidated, which I am. How can I get started doing something like that?
You can pick up a program, and if you want to look through this thing, if it's your first time, you may go, oh my gosh, what is this stuff? Like anything else, you can know just a little bit or as much as you want, and by knowing a lot more, you can improve your odds on picking a winner. But you don't have to even look at this. I'd suggest getting a program just to look at the names. Some of them are hilarious. Mama Loca, you know, Always a Champ, Mingo Beach. Sometimes you may be inclined to pick a horse based upon a name or the number
or the color.
Absolutely, and you know what? That's all you really need to know to wager on horse racing. If you just want to have some fun, you can go place a $2 bet on it and cheer it on. You can pick little things out and say, oh, this one has a little advantage, but if you don't, pick blue, pick 7, pick whatever you want. She looks friendly.
Hi. Okay. This is the first time I've ever done this.
Okay.
But I'm not intimidated because I've talked to Steve Berry and I'm all set.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to bet on Prairie Meadows, horse number 2.
7th race.
Okay.
To win.
$5.
$2 to win?
$2.
That all?
That's it. We'll see how that goes.
$2. All right, and good luck.
Thank you. My very first bet. Woohoo! Who's in the lead? Keep it coming.
Oh, the 1!
No! Oh!
You lost.
I lost. So Steve, if we have viewers that are maybe looking for more information, maybe they just want to see what's going on, get a schedule, how can they do so?
Find everything at prairiemeadows.com. Simple as that. You can find out about our race days and times, everything about our casino and restaurants and hotel. You name it, we got it. Concerts too, by the way.
I tell you, I've had a great time. Thank you so much for today. I'll definitely be back out.
Come on back, we'll be waiting for you.
Find us online at dsmliving.com to watch this week's episode, see other videos, and check out what's coming up on future shows.
The Iowa Motion Picture Association has a big event going on April 27th. Sonia, tell us what's going to happen.
Melanie, it's such an exciting event. It's our 22nd annual event for the Iowa Motion Picture Association Awards Ceremony, where we feature and highlight the best in the film industry here in the state of Iowa. It'll be right here at Stony Creek Inn in Johnston.
Sonia, I know that you mentioned before that there's more submissions this year for the awards. Is there a reason why they have more entries this year?
Absolutely. First and foremost is there are a lot more films that are being filmed right here in the state of Iowa.
I love hearing that.
Yes, that means more work for Iowans. It's cast, it's crew, it's location scouts, it's everything. So we're thrilled to have that. And we only expect those numbers to increase in the coming years as well. The IMPA was also instrumental in reopening the film office. I think the awareness has gone up. We have various politicians that have been champions for us and this cause. And so I think as the awareness has increased, more people are coming and rallying behind those in the film industry here in Iowa, so it's only on the rise.
We all love awards, but I think there are other events going on the 27th too, right?
Yes, correct. Not only do we have the awards ceremony that starts at 5:30 p.m. here at Stony Creek Inn in Johnston, but beginning at 2:30 there is a workshop, and our two keynote speakers, which is Tony Poppenfuss and John Volstad.
And who are they?
Daryl, my other brother Daryl.
Got
remember
it,
them?
yeah.
They have years of experience in film and television, and they are going to be here at this workshop.
And then the award ceremony starts at 5:30.
At 5:30, correct.
Perfect.
I will tell you that we do have one special guest that is there, and that is Senator Dotzler. He has just been a champion for us in our entire cause. He's going to be there. He'll come up and share a few words with us.
And you're doing the red carpet, I hear.
I am. I'll be right there interviewing your beautiful face.
Oh, wow. Susan, what's your connection with the IMPA?
Well, I am now a board member, but I started in 2010 as a member when I filmed the movie Fortnite, and I was really excited to meet all of these fantastic people and wanted to find out what the IMPA was all about. And it really helped me grow as an actress. In the last 2 years, I've decided to have acting as my main thing that I do, and the IMPA helped me to develop to where I am today. But the IMPA supports and promotes all people in the production community, the whole state of Iowa. It's very important.
Susan, what are you looking forward to this year on April 27th?
Oh, getting all dressed up and glammed up. Bring out the diamonds and the nice hairstyles. The red gowns, yes. Last 2 years I've worn a red gown. Really good luck. And I won Best Supporting Actress both years. Thank you. This year I'll be wearing, should I even share?
Oh yes, please do. We love that.
I did rent my gown from Shanda at Wear Today, Gone Tomorrow. So
I know the awards ceremony on the 27th is a big event for the IMPA, but you guys have a lot of other things going on throughout the year too.
Oh, we sure do. Starting out with our Oscars party at the floor. It's a red carpet event.
Ooh.
And then every month, the fourth Sunday, we have what we call a movie mob event. And you can watch a movie and we all network. And then we have seminars and educational opportunities to help grow your business and your development in whatever area in the production area that you're in.
If people want to get tickets, what's the best way they can get tickets for this?
The best way to get tickets is to go to www.impa.tv, and you can get your tickets today, either as a IMPA member or a non-member. Either way, it's open to the public and all are welcome.
I think everyone should go out there and get tickets and support all the outstanding work done right here in Iowa.
Yes.
We're at West End Architectural Salvage to do our craft project today. Now I picked out a very basic project. It's something that's easy, simple to make, but it would make an adorable, cute gift. So we are going to make a Scrabble picture frame. You just need a couple items. First of all, you need to get a photo, a picture frame, probably get your Scrabble game out, some glue, and tape. All right, so we chose the photo of Des Moines, and we are using a little bit bigger frame with a mat, and that gives the picture more of an elegant look. Once you have the frame and mat selected, you can get your Scrabble game out and pick out your saying. And then the next step is to get some glue and the tape. Okay, so we have the picture ready to go. And I am going to put this on just like this. I'm going to lay it out first, my saying, to kind of see where it would look fine. Now you want to choose, I'll scoot that down a little bit. You want to choose glue that is going to dry clearer because there's a chance that the glue could seep out underneath the Scrabble tiles. And you can get the Scrabble tiles from the Scrabble game, but also craft shops would have some sort of lettering that you'd be able to use too. So I think the trick to putting this on is to use just the right amount of glue. You don't want to use too much, but you don't want to use too little either. So just a couple little dabs would be perfect. And you can also make this really fun and make it like a Scrabble game. Unfortunately, we can't really do that with DSM Living, but if you had something, you could put the letters down or across or whatever you wanted to do. We'll put these little guys on here. And then once we get them on here, it takes about 10 or 15 minutes to have them dry. All right, well, it looks like our letters have dried on the photo, so we will go ahead and pop them in the picture frame. So just turn the frame around, and again, I used a little bit of a thicker mat, so I think that will really make the picture pop. I'll just put it in here. The letters make the picture a little heavier in the frame, so adding some tape will give it some extra support. All right, now it's time to put the back on here. I am so excited to see this project. The completion. It's pretty simple. All my friends tell me I'm not crafty, but I tell them I think I'm pretty crafty and I can do stuff like this. You guys ready? Here we go, Des Moines Living. That looks great. I think I have the perfect spot for it in my office. I need to give a shout out to Rochelle who helped me with this project today. And if you have any do-it-yourself projects, please check us out on Facebook or let us know how this project turned out for you. Also, you need to come to West End Architectural Salvage. As you can see, they have a ton of cool, fun, exciting things for your home. So check them out. I know you want more DSM Living, so you're going to have to tune in next week for a brand new episode. And to find out about the latest, check us out at dsmliving.com or go to our YouTube channel. That's a wrap for today, and from all of us at DSM Living, thanks for watching and have a great rest of the weekend.
Host apparel by Francesca's, located in Jordan Creek Mall in West Des Moines.
Follow DSM Living on Facebook and Twitter to see behind-the-scenes photos and find out what events are going on in and around Des Moines. If you want to see your company or event on DSM Living, head over to our website and fill out a simple form or shoot us an email to info@dsmliving.com.
For our marinade, we need about a table of oil for our vegetables.
No, you said a table.
Oh, it's really big. It's a lot.
I know you want more DSM. I know you want it. I know you do.
But then we're gonna let all that liquid, what are we gonna let it do? Evaporate. I couldn't think of a word.
Check out our Facebook page, YouTube channel, or go to dsmliving.com.